Bengals fans, what is going on? Stone Shields on hand for another edition of Bengals Breakdown. And as you can tell, we're back in the studio. We're not in my room anymore, but we have some more breaking news. Just like yesterday, the Bengals are also making another signing today, reportedly signing former Birmingham Stallions defensive tackle Carlos Davis. So the Bengals once again looking to add some depth to that room. We saw it yesterday with their two additions on the defensive end side of things and the defensive tackle side of things, and they do it again today with Carlos Davis. Spent some time with the Pittsburgh Steelers, who drafted him several years back, was a member of the Atlanta Falcons practice squad, and most recently spent some time in UFL playing for the Birmingham Stallions. We'll dive into that more going forward with the show, but first, make sure you guys are subscribed to our channel, because when Bengals breaking news hits, we've got you covered here at Bengals Breakdown. Yesterday, we had it, with the two signings that the Bengals made yesterday, and Carter and Pryor, and then again today with this signing of Carlos Davis. So make sure you are subscribed. That's youtube.com/BengalsTV. This is who broke the news regarding the signing of Carlos Davis, Tom Pelissero of NFL Network. Here's what he had to say. Former Birmingham Stallions defensive tackle Carlos Davis, twin brother of Texans defensive tackle Khalil Davis, is signing with the Bengals per his veteran agent Marty Majid. Sorry if I fumbled that last name there, but there you have it. Of course, his brother Khalil Davis does get some quality playing time for the Texans, and he's a solid NFL player, so the Bengals certainly hoping that he can kind of rekindle or kindle some of that magic that his brother has and be a solid NFL guy, and we certainly will see if that happens. This is very much like yesterday, whereas it feels like they're just adding another body to the room, right? And I know that's not what people love to hear, but the reality is the Bengals, are really beat up at that defensive tackle spot, really their whole defensive line, but specifically this area. Sheldon, Rankins, and B.J. Hill, those are your 1 and 2 guys, right? But at some point, those guys are going to get days off because, they're proven veterans that have, had success in the league, so those guys aren't going to be out there every day for training camp. We saw, Sheldon Rankins had a veteran day off just recently. And then when you look at, other guys in that room, their draft pick, McKinnley Jackson, he's battling an injury and is going to miss some time. Tufele hasn't been able to practice for a while. Domenique Davis, another guy. Devontae Maxwell on on the PUP list. And then Pryor obviously was signed yesterday. And then today, Carlos Davis. So really, that's kind of a weak spot for Cincinnati. And as a fan, you just got to be happy that they're recognizing this and kind of, I guess, targeting 3 guys between yesterday and today that they're going to sign and, is going to be a part of their, training camp roster at this point. We'll see how they fare in the preseason, and then we'll kind of go from there in terms of whether or not any of these guys make the roster. So certainly excited to see, if any of these guys can really break through, shine, and prove that they are worthy of making the Bengals 53-man. So your first opportunity to get interactive in the comments section with today's show. Grade the signing for us. We did it yesterday, with the 2 draft picks. Let us know what you think today. Grade the signing for us in the comments section, A, B, C, D, or F. For me personally, I'm kind of in the same boat as yesterday. It feels a little bit redundant, but Bengals need depth at this position, so, I would give it somewhere between a B or a C. Just need a body to bring in, and, we'll see if he pops similar to the 2 guys from yesterday. Here's a look at what Davis did in the UFL. Put up some decent numbers, was able to get out there and kind of make an impact. Like I said, he spent several years in Pittsburgh, didn't play a ton, but, he was able to go out there and, he was drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers, so that certainly is noteworthy. And, he was on the Atlanta Falcons practice squad there for a year as well, before then playing most recently for the Birmingham Stallions. I do want to note that the Bengals didn't have to waive anybody because they put Sample on, IR yesterday. So they waived 2 guys yesterday, brought in 2 guys yesterday, and then putting Sample on IR allows them to sign another guy without having to waive anybody at this point. We'll get a little bit more in depth on this in a moment, but first, I want to give a shout out to our friends over at Game Time, because today's breaking news Bengals Breakdown edition is presented by Game Time. And I love the summer because Major League Baseball is in full swing, and I love making the walk down the street from our Chat Sports offices to a Reds game every chance that I get. Abbott got just rocked in the first inning last night. The Reds weren't really able to recover from that. But prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to the first pitch. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. With the NFL season just over a month away, you can get tickets to watch the Bengals at Paycor Stadium. Game Time doesn't just have sporting events either. They have concerts, comedy, theater, and more. And I love the zone deals. You choose the section, and Game Time chooses the seats for you. So download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off first purchase. Check out GameTime.co for last-minute tickets. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets for the lowest price, all guaranteed. So remember, just want to backtrack a little bit. Yesterday, the Bengals signed defensive end Andre Carter and defensive tackle Joshua Pryor, and today they make another signing in Carlos Davis. So, really just a depth signing, right? The Bengals are just looking to get some guys into that room that haven't necessarily, proven themselves anywhere else in the league, but they're guys that they can see, they view as someone that could possibly hit for them. And again, they're just looking to get bodies in there for Cincinnati, someone that can eat up those reps at that spot. And, they've got three guys at that position. Andre Carter is, a defensive, he's more of an edge guy. And then Pryor is listed as a tackle, but I do think there's some versatility there with him. So I think he could potentially play on the interior as well as the outside. So we'll see, what that shakes out to be. But for now, this is kind of what you're looking at for the Bengals at that defensive tackle position. And it's, throughout the preseason, this area is the area of the team that I'm going to be looking at the most, because I really have a lot of concern with this portion of their roster, because there's so many guys that are, in a position where, they haven't proven themselves, and they're going to have to go out there and really make an impact. And the biggest thing about all this is you don't have DJ Reader anymore, so somebody's really going to have to step up. Hopefully Sheldon Rankins can be your guy and really lead you. But, as a fan, you just really hope that someone can really step up to the challenge and go out there and play meaningful snaps for Cincinnati at that position. So last chance to get interactive with today's show. Will Davis make the Bengals roster? Type Y for yes or N for no. Again, get interactive with our show here at Bengals Breakdown and let us know what you think down in the comments section.